Hi guys, it's Splash and Crash here, back with another video. And in today's video, we are going to be reacting to an article. So I didn't plan on making this video because I didn't think anything big would happen. But yeah, first off, I just wanted to say thank you for 30 subscribers. It's been, yeah, that's just amazing. And I have been working on a 30 subscriber special for the past few weeks. That's why I haven't really been uploading. But yeah, so let's get started. So yeah, today 2K released franchise mode news. It's not called My League anymore. It's called MyNBA. And yeah, so like I'm a huge fan of what used to be called My League. And there's a lot of people like me who are also fans of it. But unfortunately, for the past few years, 2K hasn't really been updating it like at all. And like people like King of the Fourth Quarter, Six Rings of Steel, Crispy Flakes, and Click Productions, like they're all My League YouTubers, and they all like have said the same thing. They just want a better game mode. Like, why are all the other game modes getting updated and this one isn't? But yeah, so people thought it was gonna be the same thing for next gen. We all had hopes, but like we all like thought in our hearts that it wasn't actually gonna happen. But surprisingly, 2K did a huge update to My League, or it's now actually called My NBA. Like, this is ridiculous. It's amazing, and this is what we all wanted, and we actually got it. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going into the blog post that 2K released on nba.2k.com. So yeah, let's get into it. So I've already read this, but I'm going to really like just summarize it up a bit better. I'm going to go over all the details, but it's a very long blog post, so I'll summarize it. So yeah, this in the beginning they're talking like about this guy's talking about the like his background and stuff. He's also talking about how they wanted to add a like new franchise mode experience back in 2K14 with MyGM that had more of a story mode to it. And yeah, so they're also talking about how My League was like just supposed to be a game mode with a ton of customization, and was just supposed to be like a mode where you can have as much customization as possible. And like they're also talking about how My League Online was pretty much My League, except you can play with friends. So yeah, and they're talking about all the different options they had, blah 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 blah. And now here we go. We are here to the next gen MyNBA. So they actually combined My League Online, and MyGM into one incredible, super large, all-encompassing mode called MyNBA, and this is just gonna be amazing. So yeah, let's get started with it. So first, let's talk about the setup options. There's a lot more control. So the first one is like the regular setup options box, and this is just talking about like in this one you can this like little section of the setup options is about fantasy draft, customized league rules, customized roster, customized league, customized salary cap, customized simple settings, and customized advanced settings. So fantasy draft, yeah, like you guys know what this is. It's basically you just take all the players in the roster, and there's a draft, and they just get distributed between all the different teams. Customized league rules is a new thing. So if you play My League a lot, you probably know what league meetings is. Basically is rule changes. It allows you to change the rules throughout the game. And yeah, so this allows you to do it at the beginning of like the save file instead of usually you would have to wait till the first like you'll have to wait till the off season to change rules, and you can only change 5 rules at a time. But now you can customize all the rules before the save file starts, which is a really cool thing that they've added. They added, well, they didn't add this, but customized roster is still there, but now it's been put into the setup options, so it's just organized differently. Customized league, we've already seen this, but there's a huge change to it. So we've already been able to add in classic teams, and all-time teams, or custom teams that you made yourself with the customized roster, or replace some of the existing teams with any of those type of teams. But now you can remove teams, which is incredible. You can bring it all the way down to 12 teams. So this is going to be amazing. So now 1960s rosters, or not older rosters where some of the teams didn't exist, you can make an accurate version, because none of the rosters up until the 2004 rosters were truly accurate, because you couldn't remove teams, and there used to be less than 30 teams, so you can still go up to 36, but now you can go all the way down to 12 teams, so you can make accurate 1960s and 50s rosters, which is going to be incredible. You can also do so much more customization, and yeah, especially for My League Online, there's going to be way less CPU teams, so you're not going to have to worry about them ruining your experience, and it's just going to be much smaller, and you can make it so you only have to play with your friends. And yeah, so the last 3 are the old ones. They are customized salary cap. This just allows you to change with the cap and hard cap, where this was already in the game. Customized simple settings. These are just some regular basic settings. Then customized advanced settings are probably just a bit more advanced. They didn't really go that deep into those ones, but yeah. And next, the advanced CBA rules. So yeah, let's talk about this. These ones, they're much more advanced rules for more people who know a lot more about the GM side of the game. These are for those, and yeah, so let's get started by talking. Let's start talking about the advanced CBA rules. So the dead cap, this has always been in the game, but now you can actually turn off dead cap. So basically that means if a player gets cut, their salary still counts towards the team, so you can't just cut a really bad contract out of nowhere and expect to have no penalty. There's the Steffian rule. This was already in the game. You can basically turn off the Steffian rule, which is a rule that allows you, says that you can't trade away consecutive first-round picks. You can turn that off. That was already in the thing. And now they also have 30, 60, and 90-day rules. So this was already there. This is for the recently signed restrictions, recently traded restrictions, or recently signed rookie restrictions. They changed the name. This was already in the game, but I'm pretty sure it goes more in depth into that. Then you can actually turn off restricted free agents, which is a very cool thing that they've added to, especially if you're doing an early, if you're doing a 1960s or 50s roster, restricted free agency did not exist, so you can actually turn that off. Then you have trade finances. This has already been in. This is already in the game. It's called financial trade rules or something. But yeah, they changed the name. And then there's waiver rules, which were not in the game. But yeah, so actually, well, no, they were in the game. It was called something different, and I'm pretty sure you couldn't turn that off in previous 2Ks. So yeah, now we have role-playing elements. These are just the MyGM stuff, so you can actually turn off cutscenes. So yeah, like I think this is actually better to not have MyGM as a separate mode, because you can have all the customization of My League in MyGM, which wasn't previously there. So yeah, I think that's a very good thing that they've added. So yeah, they just this is pretty much all of MyGM, but you can actually like customize what parts of MyGM you want in your MyNBA experience. So you can do a like MyGM, like you can do a regular MyGM save file, but you have like more customization. It just puts it all together, and I think that's very cool. And then you have budget and finances. So this was only in MyGM, but now it's way more customizable, and you can use it in My League or My League Online, or yeah, now it's all together in MyNBA, which that's just like really cool that they did that. Play with friends, we already know what this is. This is literally just My League Online, but yeah, so role-playing elements and play with friends, those two options are just, do you want to incorporate your My League Online and MyGM stuff into this, I guess, like regular My League save file, and start from. So yeah, this is pretty much the same thing. It says there isn't an official date for the NBA start season, which, that was actually just released. It's December 22nd. So start today will not work for the first month, but after the first month it will work. So that's a really good thing. And yeah, regular season and off season, that's just put in start from. We already had that. Then this is a huge one. They've added G League. Like you can play in the G League, and if you don't want it, you can turn it off. And that's just amazing that they've added G League. And like, yeah, that's really, really, really cool. I'm so happy they've added that in. And then there's ranked, which is like basically just My GM Online. But yeah, there's obviously limits compared to the other parts of MyNBA, because it's online thing, and you can't, if like, it's just to create a level playing field, they're saying. And yeah, that's a very good thing. So if you want to do ranked, you still have that. And then there's new features, which these are gonna be great. So yeah, you can play G League games now. And then here's a big one: Boomer Bust has been fixed. Like, so they tried it out a bit in current gen, it didn't really work, but now you have 3 potential ratings instead of just 1, which I think is a really good idea. So there's a minimum potential, a regular potential, and a max potential. So they can boom up to their max potential if they play like it, and they can bust down to their minimum potential. They can also actually change their potential ratings. So yeah, they can, like, so if they do, like, so until age 23, their potential ratings are actually dynamic, so they can change. And scouting is a lot more accurate, and you can, like, so, or there's just like it goes a lot more in depth, and the storylines are much more enhanced. And due to the 3 potential ratings, you can also, like, yeah, there's just a ton of great things with scouting added into. Then there's a second edition assistant coach, and like, as you've seen in the gameplay trailers and all the gameplay stuff that they've released, you can see like all the assistant coaches and like all of the staff on the team bench. A lot of them have face scans now, which is a great thing. And yeah, so more staff stuff. And then you have the 2K share. So basically this just like, you can just share your save files. This was in current gen, but yeah, now they're finally going over it. And Then you have tattoos, which is just for the player creation stuff. Like, yeah, so you can just make player models a lot more creative and a lot more accurate now. And yeah, so they used to have this, they removed it, but apparently they have a much better tattoo system, and actually auto-generated players can have tattoos, which I think is pretty cool. And then they have a much better menu, where like it just sorted much better, and that's really cool as well. And yeah, you can access it way quicker. And then they're talking about what's new for former MyGM players. So yeah, you just get all the customization of My League into MyGM, which is really, really cool. You also have like the same thing for former My League Online players. You get way more customization. You can actually do a MyGM, like a connected MyGM with your friends now, which is amazing. That's amazing. And then yeah, now you can add in like just all three are together, and this is just amazing. So yeah, yeah, sorry about that. I left the website, but yeah, so thank you 2K. We always thought that 2K was just as bad as EA, or it was like close to as bad, but they've shown effort, like with the new city stuff, with the gameplay stuff. From what we've seen so far, the entire game, not just one game mode, is absolutely ridiculous, and is just an amazing game. Everyone thought it was going to be 2K18.5 or 2K18. No, this is legitimately a new game. It's an amazing new game. Especially for My League fans, we finally got it. We finally got it. This is probably the best franchise mode. Like, if it's like actually implemented right, which like it's going to be very hard to not implement this right, because all of this is just straight amazing. This is like probably easily the best franchise mode across every simulation sports game, and thank you 2K, just thank you. This is definitely going to fix their perception, like of it's just going to help the perception of the company, because we always thought they're just a cash grabbing company, which yeah, obviously they still want money, but now they've shown they actually care about the smaller communities, like the My League community, the MyGM community. Even though we're not as big as the My Career community, the My Team community, like we are still a community that matters, and they've shown that they care about us, and that is incredible. So yeah, thank you 2K. Anyways, that is it for this video. Be sure to like if you enjoyed, and also subscribe, because we are an extremely small channel now, but I'm going to try to get next gen like as soon as I can, and if I do, I'm gonna start posting consistently MyNBA content, and like I have some crazy ideas which are going to be made possible by these new customization features. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned for that. And anyways, that's it for the video, so bye.